Good evening and thank you very much for joining us. Cut-Knife RCMP confirmed the drowning of a 71-year-old man in Attons Lake was an accident. Police received a call Tuesday afternoon about the drowning. Witnesses say they observed an elderly man struggling to stay afloat. Bystanders attempted to rescue him. He was on an inflatable lounge chair close to the shoreline. The victim resided at Attons Lake during the summer months. Police don't think foul play is involved, and his name is being withheld at this time. In light of this accidental drowning comes a simple message of prevention. Swimming is a summertime staple for both kids and adults, but it's not always fun and games. There have been many high-profile drowning cases in the past week. As Nariman Issa reports, it has local lifeguards calling for increased safety around the water.
It's a tragic sight. Several paramedics and firefighters working feverishly to revive a 20-month-old toddler and his 51-year-old grandmother. The incident happened Sunday night in Surrey, BC. The toddler fell in a backyard pool. His grandmother, who didn't know how to swim, jumped in to save him. Both passed away. Here in Lloydminster, scorching temperatures have locals looking to beat the heat at the pool, including the Fenskys. They hit up the pool several times a year, but they make sure they take extra precautions.
The life jackets for the kids until they get completely comfortable with things. Otherwise, they've been continually taking swimming lessons since they've been little, so they can get used to the water, get comfortable with it.
But with so many people in the water, keeping an intense lookout is important for lifeguards.
Your mind is always alert. We may look like we're just walking, but our minds are always going, making sure that we're on top of stuff.
Dome says parents have to keep an eye on their kids and know what the signs are if a person is drowning.
If someone's actually having trouble, they'll generally look right to us. A lot of times they'll be saying something help, but a lot of times their eyes just get big and you can see kind of a look of panic. It's not always a yell, it's not always a cry for help.
The most important thing you can do is stay close to your child, even if they're wearing a life jacket.
If your child goes face first into the pool, flipped over, and can't flip himself over even if you're gone for a second, your child will still drown. You need to be within arm's reach at all times.
Nariman Issa, Newcap News.
The city of Cold Lake is working on a 10-year capital plan and is now looking for public input. As Clayton Brown explains, with an infrastructure deficit of more than $200 million and finally some money to work with, council is making sure the deficit is dealt with properly.
Everything from major sewer upgrades, road work, to new facilities are all outlined in the city's new 10-year plan. And Mayor Copeland believes this is the answer to getting the city where it needs to be.
People are going to have to be patient as we fix the city, but by 2020, this city is going to be able to really explode on projects to deal with really fun stuff and making this even a better place to live.
With the new funding model, what we're showing here this evening is that we're actually able to achieve now $270 million worth of projects over the next 10 years, which is a very huge success for this community.
Council is in the initial steps of implementing the new model, which consists of 3 public consultations to receive feedback.
Maybe the community wants to see an increase priority in some projects and a decrease in some. Council will be able to analyze that based on the financial impact model, what they can actually do and achieve, and try to align itself with what the community wants are.
Copeland hopes to have the plan completely in place by this November, but says that doesn't mean it's set in stone.
The future councils can fine-tune it, but it's going to be a working document that the City of Cold Lake residents can now see where the vision is for the next 10 years.
2 more public consultations will be held on the 18th and 25th. In Cold Lake, Clayton Brown, Newcap News.